My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the solo adventures here in Hearthstone's Witchwood, specifically the monster hunts. I know the final challenge is unlocked, but we're doing this in a rotation format video game. Time to play the Time-Tinker. Pun entirely unintended. Come on, if I was going to intend a pun, it'd be better the one than that. Probably. Hopefully. I really want to get double time. That is the passive treasure for Toki the Time-Tinker that means the first spell that you cast each turn is cast twice, random targets for the second. That, plus like a bunch of arcane missiles would be awesome. I'd be down for that. I'm actually going to keep the arcane missiles here because it's 3 face damage. Why not? This isn't about value, this fight. It's just about who can beat the other one's face in faster. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-da. Not a great pickup for us. So I'm probably not going to reuse the hero power here. Instead, I'm just going to play the Shimmering Tempest. It's possible my enemy decides to move past the Shimmering Tempest or attack with their face. Either way, I'm happy. If they trade the Diamol in... was going to be happy with that too. Okay. Give me Frostbolt. So the Frostbolt to the face is actually a larger prevention of damage, because it prevents my opponent from using the hero power and going face. Ah, now you decide to remove a minion. A. If Tinkmaster hits the Iron Fur, no matter what happens, I get lethal. Alright, we'll do that as our risky play. Oh well. And then our actual play will be the portal. Ooh, that's not good. Right, just don't play a taunt minion, dang it. Finally, alright, alright. Blingtron, you get Curse Blade, I get something amazing. You didn't get Curse Blade, but I did get something pretty damn good. Well played. If I could just have this deck have a ridiculous amount of copies of Blingtron, I would totally do that. Scepter of Summoning. Your minions that cost 5 or more cost 5 instead. I'm actually... There's a lot of appeal in taking that, because then I can take the Legends package like I tried to go for last time. I could do it happily. Okay. Oh, awesome. Thanks. Thanks, game. That's fine. No, I didn't want big minions at all. That doesn't seem like a thing that I would all want. Spiteful Summoner can get tiny minions almost exclusively. Alright, I'm going to have to take Erratic Creatures. Basically, the idea here is that Stonehill Defender might give me something large that I can play with the Scepter of Summoning. I hate that you have to make the choice for the treasure before you make your first loot choice. It should be the other way around. But I guess I'd probably feel bad about it either way, right?
Your time is up.
Leave this place.
I'm fine with both Stonehill and Water Elemental. They're actually both pretty good picks here. Oh look, it's Arcane Missiles plus a 2/1 body.
Hello, you again.
Go for little one.
Alright, that's a trio, that's fine. It's less a... Could have considered the Arcane, but I actually prefer this. It's less a trio, more it's a random mage spell for my hand. Primordial. Like, definitely. It's gonna make it pretty much impossible for my opponent to overwhelm me at any point. Sure.
A piece of me.
Also sure. So I'm thinking Arcane and Kobold. That's almost certainly going to mean that we reset there. Because that was a really, really bad draw. Wow, the face is taking a lot of the damage there. And then everything's on one! Whoa! Oh, that was a bad one. We're still going to be doing the same play. But hopefully not as unsuccessfully. Alright. Now that's a much more reasonable play. Yes, I'm glad that you dealt the 2 damage to your own face there. Thank you. Yep. This is the plan, right? This 1/1 just stands in your way. Sure. And then next turn, I use the Primordial Glyph to fish for a Primordial Glyph to fish for a Primordial Glyph to fish for a Primordial Glyph until I win. Or maybe I just, you know, fish for lethal. Like that fireball right there. Seems like that one might do it.
I couldn't have done it better.
If a tree fells will you keep making?
No, but I have the answer for you. Once fallen, you do keep making noise, as it turns out. Blaze Caller costing 5 would be insane. Alright. This deck is getting worse. Rather than better over time. I'm a little worried that it's going to take an in-play treasure to actually keep us alive.
Your time is up.
The cotton wants me to disappear.
Give it a go, my dude. I dare you. I double dare you. Disappear me one more GD time. Almost certainly playing the Dirty Rat next turn because the enemy doesn't really have big minions.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Alright, well, I'm not playing the Dirty Rat this turn. Yeah, Polymorph Bore ain't a great result. Let's see what we get. Yeah, Primordial Glyph. Sure. It's exactly the card I was hoping to draw. Got him. Removal or face? Yeah, there's actually like a lot of face hunting going on in that deck. Okay, backstab number 1 gone. I mean, I will eventually control a mech. There's the Blingtron. Alright, we'll see what this pulls. Alright, extremely no. What if that's the only minion they have in hand, though? I don't think it is, but it is possible that's the only minion they have in hand, and then if I Dirty Rat again, I am going to gain that minion again. Fine. We'll take the mirror image. We don't need to reach for lethal, we just need to be able to defend ourselves. Okay, so that was from the top deck. If you don't play any minion right now, then... Yep. These apparently are spells. Or really high cost minions as well. Things that I wouldn't want to draw with the Dirty Rat. Alright, let's see what the Blingtron gives us. Ooh, Vine Cleaver is actually way better than the Arcanite Reaper. Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, that was from the left of the hand, I believe. That was from the right of the hand. Okay, so we've got the Ravenholt Assassin and probably another removal spell. I actually think maybe Vanish? We'll see. We'll see. No, that's a pretty bad split. Want more than one of them to hit the minions. There we go. Play the Water Elemental. You shouldn't have the ability to reach for lethal this turn.
Reporting for duty. What lurks in the depths?
My apologies, I've got a cold. Quick to react on the pause though. And that also sets up our Blaze Call for this turn. Hell yes. Alright, just give me a bunch more Blaze Callers. Maybe we can make some use of the Scepter of Summoning that way. Fingers crossed. Has +1/+1 for each spell you've cast this game. We don't cast that many. Cartographer, discover a treasure. Impetuous Companion, swap hands with your opponent. I mean, that would make Leyline Manipulator ridiculous, because it would be all cards that didn't start in my deck, right? The thing is, Impetuous Companion is a lot better when my enemy has a large hand and I have a small hand. So do I expend my hand relatively quickly? Not really. I'm gonna still take it. I think it's the most interesting. And I think I'm gonna take another Elementalist. I think I'm now just like an Elemental build. Or... how many spells do we have that don't come from our deck? 1, 2... however many. 3... we could consider Chaos, because Nefarian will be a 5 cost. Shifting Scroll is another activator for Open the Way Gate. Open the Way Gate itself could be activated almost entirely by the spells that we possibly take from our opponent using the Impetuous Companion. But the thing is, every time we get a more high-cost minion, it's another minion that's going to stay in our hand until after we play Impetuous. So it's going to be a minion we probably swap to our enemy. I'm going to take Elementalist again. Damn it! I don't have any tissues around here, so I have to sniffle. Ugh. Part of why I'm taking Elementalist is because if I do swap hands with the enemy, and then after I draw a Leyline Manipulator, and I got a second one previously, then the Leyline is going to be ridiculous for us.
Did have a good nose for catching rats.
Okay. Reasonable Mad Bomber. What's your ability again, Ratcatcher? Hargul? Hanagul? It is whenever a minion dies, give the adjacent minions +1 attack, of course. So we need to flood the board as soon as possible. The enemy's probably going to have a similar strategy. They didn't even play anything on turn 1, really? I do not want to... ah, I should have bounced that back and tried again. I didn't even think about that. Forgot about my hero power. I mean, I could swap hands with the enemy right now. I mean, it's generating a 5/5, but it's also generating a ridiculous amount of cards. Or I could even just temporal loop and not take this. I actually do think I want this hand, though. Because the enemy plays a Tar Creeper, it's the strongest card they can play that turn, and then I trade into it with the Impetuous Companion, and I still have my board. Okay. I'll put the minion with Death Rattle in the center, because it's the one that I am most going to want to die, so I'm going to sacrifice it basically first, given the opportunity. Okay, I don't have any elementals in this hand, unfortunately.
Big sharp pointy teeth. They make fine pets, don't they? Even better in a stew.
Sure, I'll play an Llama Bot. Enemies shouldn't have any hand removal, right? I didn't give them any. They can develop a weapon this turn, Blingtron. They took a Tar Lurker from the Stonehill. Damn you. And that's actually going to give me a lot of things to sacrifice against. Okay. Powered those up somewhat fierce. Definitely should have played the Flesh-Eating Ghoul first. In fact, let's reset to the start of the turn. Not reset for a random effect, but reset because I'm a moron. Oh god, it's going to pull out a different card, isn't it? No, it pulled out the same card. Okay. I wonder if that is seeded. Okay. Trade in with these two. And I am going to use the Sewer Crawler again, because I do want to have more small minions that are easy to sacrifice on the board. So basically, the hand swap here has made it impossible for my enemy to win. They didn't have cards that was synergistic with their strategy, and we, the entire time, basically had a counter to them. Oh. Yep. Didn't need to heal my enemy a bunch there. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a fun way to kill the enemy, but no, I forgot they both have lifesteals. So what I'm doing there is effectively healing my enemy while trading away the resources that I would have to fight over the heal. Oops. Magical Friends, definitely. As much as I want to go Elementalistic, I mean, Pyros is going to be a 6 mana 6/6, 5 mana 6/6, and then a 5 mana 10/10. Archmage Antonidas is pretty good. Arcane Giant being 5 by base means that a lot of the time I will be able to slam just a Giant really, really early. This will also give me a lot of spells from outside of my own deck. That's not a thing that I want. I didn't end up taking. I'm still going to take Magical Friends. Garrow, of course. So this is about generating singular large minions rather than many small minions. Otherwise, Death and Taxes is going to really destroy your face. Does 1 damage to the opponent hero for every minion that they have on the board.
Toki versus Garrow.
Your time is up.
You look like someone who owes me money.
Oh, I thought that was a unique line for Houndmaster Shaw, just because he looked dodgy. I mean, basically our goal should be some of the Arcane Giant as soon as possible. Add a random mage spell to my hand. Add a random minion to my hand. I need to play 2 elementals to upgrade that. I mean, that's not a bad get. I mean, a 2 mana 4/3, sure.
What you got there?
I probably have to play the Shimmering Tempest on turn 4 just so that I can set up for the Blaze Caller. which means that I basically have to play the lesser ruby this turn. Ooh. Alright, let's see if this 50-50 hits. No. The answer on that one's a thunderous no. Got a meteor copy. Sure. Sure, have him. I'm going to develop Shimmering this turn so that I can Blaze Caller next. I was really hoping the Blaze Caller would be a removal. Alright. Fine, you got me. I don't get to use it for removal. I should have waited to end my turn until after that happened so that I could reset and then I could do that first and then trade into it and stuff. But nope. Instead, I had to be dumb. That's more than fine, though. Arcane Giant comes down really soon. Hey, not a bad pickup for us. Alright. I'm actually just gonna hard generate those two. You can use Death and Taxes if you'd like. Next turn, you're probably just dying to Molten Reflection. Then all those face hits. Mm-hmm. 1, 2 will Moltenly Reflect you. Which also gains us a Fireball. Which gives us 2 Fireballs. Somehow, I feel like we'll have lethal. Is it time for our second actual passive treasure? If so, give me a second Scepter of Summoning. Well, there's the double time. So we don't actually have that many spells that are targeted, right? Because after you play the first spell in a turn, cast a copy of it, and this isn't targeted, so the copy with the targets chosen randomly is fine. Targets chosen randomly is fine. Targets chosen randomly is fine. It's fine on Primordial. It's fine on Unstable. It's just I don't actually have that many spells in here. I'm going to take it regardless because I desperately wanted it. Elementalist, it has to be. 2 Servant of Kalamos as well as a Leyline Manipulator is impossible to pass up. It's just a ridiculous amount of value. Do you hear the echoes of the whispers?
Toki versus the Whisperer.
Last time we versed the Whisperer, we had a grand old time.
Your time is up.
Let's see how it goes this time. I'm basically just gonna look for a 0 energy spell. 0 energy, 0 mana. To pump up the Mana Worm infinitely, and then we'll just play it and win. Void Caller and Druid of the Swarm? No. We can get better than that. River Crocolisk and Cult Sorcerer. I would argue that's better.
Let's make magic.
As long as it's not the charge minion, we're fine. Stonehill this turn. I probably end up having to trade into Misha. I do want to keep the Primordial until I can actually use my Hero Power multiple times. Yeah, I really don't like any of these, so let's try again. I'm especially looking for really, really, really large taunts.
Out of my jungle.
Well, none of them are at all what I wanted. Basically, our goal is to run the Whisperer out of value before they get to high mana values and they can actually cast a bunch of stuff with Echo effectively. Oh, I was going to kill that up until that point. I think I'm actually just going to play the Dirty Rat to see. Alright, that's a minion I don't want to pull out of your hand. Sure. And now I can do my actual turn. So I can basically just use the first turn as scouting if I'm doing something that doesn't have a random effect as my baseline action.
You require my assistance?
Basically, the idea here is I don't think they're going to be able to get enough damage through my minions to Nevermind. That's pretty sad. Really? Oh, they have double. All right. All right. Thanks for that one. Well, there goes one of our win conditions. I still have access to the hand swap, but that's probably not what we want to do. Don't really like anything that we got there. Probably going to shuffle. Show me. This is not bad. Unstable, okay, I can play that for free. See what we get. A Cold Wraith, sure. It's more than fine, in fact. Now, if I play the Leyline Manipulator, it will lower the cost of the Primordial Glyph and the Unstable Portal. Because they didn't start in my deck. So I'm actually getting a ridiculous amount more power out on the field by doing this. I'm going to take the Mirror Image just so that I can start protecting my minions on board. Okay.
Not enough mana.
Keeper of Altamont isn't bad. Ugh, loweth ebb against the fact that I really wanted to play Blizzard this turn, however, is... I still think I play Blizzard this turn. Do I? No. Alright, I'm gonna Mad Bomber first, because if I can hit this Walnut Sprite... Oh! Whoa! Okay, that was a great result. I'm well aware that my 3-4 was pretty vulnerable to the Walnut Sprite just running into it. Are you going to heal the Walnut Sprite again, or are you just going to leave it on 3 HP where it's actually still vulnerable to my minions? Okay, the latter. Dirty Rat a card out of your hands. Oh! And that's all she wrote. Oh, also it double taps that. Gotta remind myself that the AoE clears, like Flame Strike, like Blizzard, like Arcane Explosion. All of those are way more powerful right now. Because they're just double cast if I do them the first time in a turn. Okay, so I've got 11, 17, 20, 21, 23. 23 damage on board. You can do that as many times as you'd like. I can just keep a Revoltimon it back down. Oh, it's 9:17. I'm terrified. I'm shaking in my boots.
Yeah, you got it.
It's time.
Let's see if this gives me lethal first. Valenier is a rough give. Okay, so 12, 15, 21, 24, 26. Yeah, we have lethal with this. Because I had 23 last time, right? And then I sacrificed 1 minion on board. Who had 1 attack, and I picked up a weapon that had the ability to deal 4 damage. So I'm 3 up from that, so 23 to 26, which was lethal. Alright. Double Ragnaros. I mean, it's the Elementalist, but it also has a 5 mana Ragnaros. Extremely.
That isn't one of mine.
Destroy a friendly minion, then draw 3 cards. It's more like a dragon, it's an everything. I don't think I fought the Nightmare Amalgam before. Interesting.
Toki versus Experiment 3C.
Definitely a keep on the Mono Worm.
Nice to meet you.
I wonder, from double time, casting the spell twice, is that going to activate Mana Worm twice? Will it count as me casting a spell? We'll see. Alright. And then it casts it again. But the second cast did not buff my Mana Worm. Interesting.
Hurry up! Portals online.
Okay, I don't actually have that many more spells in my deck, so I'm thinking I make that attack and then I Tinkmaster here. Worst case scenario, I make that attack and then I Spellslinger. Okay, so we'll make this attack and we'll Tinkmaster. Alright, well, let's repeat the same thing with a Spellslinger instead. So I don't get to optimize the effect from the Spellslinger, but that's fine. It's an expensive Hex, but I have to imagine there's going to be something in that deck that I pretty desperately need to Hex. Clever. I think I do have to Hex the Scavenging, because it's the only way that I keep some board presence. It's annoying, because I have to worry about... Oh, God. Phew. I have to worry about the... every tribal synergy that can exist. Is my enemy actually going to mill themselves? No, they start with a ridiculously thick deck. Show us how it's done, Blingtron. 5-2. It's an Arcanite versus an unidentified mole. Okay. Now watch them play a bunch of Murlocs. And Bone Dragon. Alright. I can play a taunt this. Nope, I can't play a taunt this turn. I've just got all these. What I really need is my hand swap. I hate that I can't play 2 of these in a turn.
This isn't Moonblade. I will be your doom. Ready?
This is super annoying. Really? Smart one. Let's see how this Tinkmaster goes. Sure. And I'll just play a ley line. Just start to generate the board as best I can here. Amalgamate, destroy all minions, summon an amalgamation with combined attack and health. Alright, we probably lose now. I didn't know that was a thing that was possible. Now we probably just lose.
Wanna blow something up?
Can I hit that more, please? So they've probably got 2 copies of that spell in their deck, by the way. Alright, please hit it. Please hit it. Please hit it. The amalgamation, please. Thank you. Okay, so now it can't just... Really? Come on!
Brothers, heed my call.
Anomalous would cost 5, but I won't be able to generate it. I don't have a taunt minion here. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Unless I fish for basically a tar creeper.
Brothers,
Oh, I hate that so... Hey, there's the tar creeper. This is only keeping me alive right now. It is not making me win yet.
the pirate's code.
Good lord. I'm glad that I've never fought this before, because this whole amalgamation thing is BS. I can't win. There's no way for me on board to defend myself, and there's no way for me to kill the amalgamation.
Flames consume you. Go. To battle.
There you go. So a deck with more, like, polymorphs, more spells, more random fishing for spells, more secrets, those kinds of things. Direct removal could have gone against that, but building this as a elemental deck was literally never going to be able to combat that, unfortunately. Like, we got extremely lucky against the first one, and then my enemy just did it again. Oh, well, at the very least, now I know what to expect next time I go up against Nightmare 3C. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Hearthstone Monster Hunt. That has been Toki the Time-Tinker trying to go down an elementalist route. Next episode, we are going to be going after Hagatha because we have unlocked that final hunt. Hopefully, we'll see you then.